Hey guys, welcome yet again to another Showdown Sweep. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke. In today's one, we got ourselves an OGERPON sweep. Again, also thank you for follow. And as you saw in the last video, I'm probably going to sound this a little bit similar as the last one. So I'm going to try to explain a little bit as you're watching this. So currently I have got a little bit like you could say a little bit of sick, I guess. But for some reason, ever since this last week, technically, I don't know when or how, or it must have been somewhere around there. But for some reason, I've been getting a lot of random coughs, and it felt me really weird because I never usually cough a lot. So I'm not going to speak too much on this battle, or too much of this one, but I will edit myself some of the parts that you will see, or at least understand what you need to do. And I will explain as much detail for this battle and this video at the same time, how to run this, or how exact happened. Now, first of all, I said on the last OGERPON sweep, I wasn't going to go for another OGERPON sweep because they're pretty much the exact same thing. Just depend on different terras to use Ivy CUDGEL. But I got it anyways. And that's all that matters. So, my bad. But anyways, so we're going to be using an OGERPON, the Wellspring sweep, or the set. And, it's basically the water type version of OGERPON, and it depends. It actually changes moves depending on which mask, and gets a different additional effect, or like a status move, and would depend on which terra or which mask you're running. So the green one, the teal one, gives you speed. The red one, or Hellspring, or the Hellfire one, gives you attack, melee attack most likely. The stone one, or rock type one, gives you defense by a physical defense, and Wellspring gives you special defense by 1. Each one gives you 1+, with depend on it, and you can't change its terra. It has to be its additional terra in order to go for it. So I wanted to try some combination with OGERPON-WELLSPRING, and I wanted to try use Rain Dance with combination with Ivy CUDGEL. Now, weird enough, of all Pokemon, with all moves, depend on what it, well, most likely at least, surprisingly, the OGERPON teal one is the only one gets a grass type moves as an attack, except for, well, its signature move most likely doesn't really count because it already gets a lot of grass types. But the others, Wellspring, by far, it has the only one type of move besides Ivy CUDGEL's signature move that is base water, similar as the OGERPON Hearth Flame mask usually gets fire type moves, but it doesn't, except for Sunny Day, which probably will is something I'm gonna have to try run as well at some point. As for Coverstone or Cornerstone, same thing. Doesn't learn any rock type moves except for his signature move. So we wanted to go for its Wellspring's form, and that's what I'm gonna do. Now for this one, I wasn't even going for it. I was just doing random battles, and managed to get it, like out of thin air. Cutting off that point there, I can't explain what happened there. Just someone entered my room without asking. So I'm going to try to make this a speech as fast as I can. So basically, the Taurus went for a Hydro Palm, or not Taurus, yeah, Taurus went for a Hydro Palm, got a crit, then went for Blizzard, then Grass, and not all the way. So all I'm going to try to do was doing a fun random battle without having to too much go for some spams. So they went for a Grass Knot, and that's going to take me out. Scrapple went there, go for a Toxic Spice, and then Dragon Tail the Miraidon. Let's swap it out into Delphox, which perfect for them, but sadly for me. So I went for Nast's Armor for reasons. Next one comes in is Manthe, and they swap it to Miraidon. And I went for Rain Dance, and then pretty much going to spam Electric Drift my entire team. So I was getting annoyed because this point right now, I'm like, bruh, really? And even Terra themselves into Electric Drift. So pretty much the opponents was spammed Dondozo and the Gyarados, and the only one I could swap in is the Ogerpon. So let's see if I can get this Ogerpon sweep without an issue. And it's time for Ogerpon time. Enjoy the sweep. So I hope you enjoy the first battle there. A little bit of weird cut there I had to do. Currently someone entered my room out of thin air and told me I had to eat lunch. So a little weird, how a weird way to do a sweep, but you know, I ain't gonna stop. So we got my Taurus here, and actually gonna speed it a little bit as well. So we got my Taurus here and conversing it into his guard shop, which is a horror by the way. And I went for a hyper beam for for a reason. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to talk a little bit weirdly, so that's why. So they went for Dragon Claw. Make sure my audio's on. I went for Scrub. They went for Dragon Claw, and I went for a couple Toxic Spice. Making sure this is thing that's a spam. I went for Dragon Tail and got the Rough Skin out of the field. So next one comes Mammothswine. I'll swap into my Gyarados. Pretty much chilling water it a little bit. Everyone's gonna go for a Fissure while I'm a flying type. For some reason, I didn't remember. And then I went for a Spite. And now it's gonna go for a Earthquake. So it must have had nothing against my my Gyarados. Next one comes in is Palmot, and I thought he was gonna go for its signature move, which totally didn't really matter because, well, then again, if it used it, why would it do it? Because none of them are even fated. So I went for Spite on its Substitute, which is a little bit weird, but it worked out. Next one comes in is Tickaton, and it pretty much baton passed its own 1-1 attack onto the Tickaton. Tickaton Hammer did nothing, and so I thought, well, maybe I can swap with the Manatee, and pretty much try to see if I can use a strategy. So using the Gigaton Hammer, and I pretty much used the Rain Dance and a Water Gun combination, try to see if I can do some damage against the King Gambit. Went for Take Heart, and it's gonna go for Koto Cleave, and I went for a Rest on this one turn because I can. So it's gonna use Flash Cannon. Yeah, I don't know why exactly to use Flash Cannon, but either way. So I went for a Water Gun on the Rain, did not much, and the Rain stopped, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna go take myself in just a little bit of small damage. So I got my Celic Berry. It went for a Terra Fairy. I don't know why, but it wasn't enough to take it out the King Gambit. And now it was only freely opportunity to swap into Ogerpon. So let's get the sweep. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoy the OGERPON-WELLSPRING sweep there. Let's explain this Moveset and build while I still have this annoying cough on me. And let's give an explanation. So this is a max attack, max speed with jolly nature for this defense. And this is a very cool but also pretty unique, also some sort of random set that was gave it a go. This was a Rain Dance Ivy Cudgel set with Swords Dance and Superpower. Now, originally I never was meant to have Swords Dance really much, but in case I never got to use Rain Dance in most of the battles, which actually surprisingly I did get to use Rain Dance in both of them, but in case, well, it's most likely because was unique at least. So we have Swords Dance for plussing up my Ivy Cudgel, obviously, and my Superpower, which is a coverage move I gave it. And then you can then pretty much have Rain Dance for one of its other unique move, which, by the way, surprisingly, if you watched the first part of the video, I said about the whole Rain Dance is it's one of its only water type move, which basically it puts a heavy rainstorm, some sort of, and boosts your pretty much all the opponent's water type move by a little bit. So with the Ivy Cudgel, with the rain, it actually most likely one-shots most things, actually. Pretty simple. So I went this one with the Rain Dance, Ivy Cudgel, Swords Dance, Superpower set, and that's pretty much it. So sadly, Water Absorb wasn't really much of a useful for this sweep because it's probably one of the worst stability it actually gains. So I actually wish they could run something other than that, like something unique, something that is actually okay to run. But Water Absorb really wasn't exactly creativity. So yeah. But yeah, that is really it. I mean, honestly, I don't find anything else besides this. So other than being my favorite one of my favorite masks on the DLC. Like, obviously, of OGERPON, Wellspring is my favorite mask, but all the other ones, well, it's okay. Coverstone probably my least favorite, but I'm probably gonna do one of those sweeps. So yeah, so I'm not sure if I will be making if I will make other sweeps based around the OGERPONs, like the other two forms. Maybe I might have to, but we'll see if I ever have the courage to deal with that one, or really much. But I definitely have a courage to deal with the Coverstone, but that's gonna be some other time we'll deal with that one. All right, see you guys then, and as always, stay lucky out there.